This looks awesome this morning. Okay, I think I'm at my destination. Okay, so the sun is really in the wrong direction at the moment. It's behind it, as you can see. But that's Wedding Cake Rock, and it's going to fall sometime. You can see the crack at the back of it. I'll try to boost this in post, but there it is. It's beautiful, it's white. And unfortunately, you probably need to see it in the afternoon or in a few hours' time. A good name is to be desired above great riches, to be esteemed above silver and gold. I was watching a YouTube documentary thing, and it was talking about Dick Van Dyke. Some of you may have remembered the great movie Chitty Chitty Bang Bang, like that flying car. Now we actually saw that car in a museum in England, and so it still exists, still looks great. And he was in that film Chitty Chitty Bang Bang, but he's perhaps well known for Mary Poppins. In that movie, he plays a chimney sweep. Remember that chimney? I'm not Dick Van Dyke. Dick Van Dyke is almost 100 years of age and he's still quite active. He's got a YouTube channel, he puts out blogs, he has opinions, he's intelligent, his brain is sharp. But there was a remake called Return to Mary Poppins, and they invited him to be a part of that film. And apparently when he came on set, all the actors were, and the engineers and everybody else and the director were starstruck. They were just amazed at this man who was about 93 years of age at the time, and here he was on the set, he was active, he was ready to contribute to the remake of Mary Poppins. There was one scene in the film where Dick Van Dyke stood on top of a piano and he tap danced, and the cast were absolutely blown away. In fact, the director was moved to tears and he was weeping, and he forgot to call cut, and the film crew just kept on filming. But they said it was just having him around was amazing. And one of the stars of the film, the new version, was talking to Dick Van Dyke, and Dick said to him, you know, the same spirit that was in the original movie is here. And he said, that's just what we want to hear. And so, but here he is, man of 100 years of age. But Dick Van Dyke reminds me of a lot of other movie stars, famous people that were better in their old age. I think of Maggie Smith, the Dowager in Downton Abbey. She was an absolute legend and probably made the show, and recently passed away, which is sad. We live in a culture now where, particularly if you watch the media, that it worships youth. A lot of the ads have these teenagers, male and female, and they're airbrushed and photoshopped and what have you, and they look young and they're flawless and they're beautiful so often. And we worship youth, don't we? A lot of the movie stars that are so famous are very young, and that's a wonderful thing. There's nothing wrong with youth. I mean, we all wish we could be young again, those of us that have passed, not our use by date. People think we have, but we haven't. When I look at life and people that have really made a difference in this life, and I think of the Nelson Mandelas, the Mother Teresa's, Winston Churchill's, and even a lot of contemporary senior leaders and movie stars that are activists and are doing a great job. I mean, Bob Geldof, I'm not sure how old he is, but he's back out there again trying to raise money for people that are in need. But here's the thing. When you look at the Bible, you see a lot of old people that do amazing things. I mean, Moses was in his 80s before he really started making a difference. And then you've got Caleb, who was one of the leaders of the Israelites that missed going into the promised land, and a whole generation that were faithless died in the wilderness except Joshua and Caleb, who were of a different spirit. And Caleb in his 80s, I think he was about 85, he said to Joshua, he said, I am ready to take my inheritance, the promised land. At 85, I'm just as vigorous now for battle as I used to be, and I can do it. And he did. He gave him his inheritance, and in his 80s, he did something amazing. And so, if you are of a mature age, I want you to remember this. Anybody over 35, 45, 55, 70, for me 71 next birthday, which is only a few months away. Be one of those that are remembered for their reputation, not just reputation, because reputation can be bad, can't it, but for their character, because your character will continue to speak long after your words are forgotten. And those that really make a difference in this world and influence others for good have good character. You know, my heart, my passion is that I'm better in my latter days than I was in my younger days. Yes, I may not be able to do as much. Here I am now. I'm out doing something awesome now, trying to inspire people to get back into nature, to toss the covers off early in the morning and go for a morning walk. A good name is to be desired above great riches, to be esteemed above silver and gold.